aware of your natural, normal breath. Just breathe, friends. Let us all tap into our own tranquility and peace that resides in ourselves by emptying our mind. To touch that states, we have to become one with our breath. The energies of full moon are still there with us, friends. These are the periods where the energies are thrice more powerful. So let us express our gratitude to the moon and the moon energies. That is filling us, that is charging us. To experience that energies, all you have to do is drop your logical mind. Drop your mind completely. What we all are practicing is a yagna. To make this yagna successful, we have to keep the fire within us alive. We have to keep the light within us alive. To keep that fire alive, to keep that light alive, we need to put some oil. We need to put some fuel. That fuel is nothing but our breath, friends. The more you put fuel to the fire, the higher it lights, the brighter it lights. The same thing with us. The more we are connected with our breath, the more we will experience the light within us. It should be a continuous process. So just become aware of your breath. Do not get attached to your thoughts. Let it come and let it go. Just become aware of your breath, friends. The more you are connected with yourself, the more you recognize your strengths and weaknesses as well. When you recognize your strengths and when you recognize your weaknesses, you will work towards it. You have a clarity on how to work on it. Just be with your breath, friends. Just the natural breath, friends. It's as simple as that. Last 1 minute, friends. Slowly bring back your awareness to your physical body and to your surroundings. In this last 30 seconds, I would like to read few words by Swami Rama. He says, meditation is a practice of gently freeing yourself from the worries that gnaw at you so that you can be free and responsive to the needs of the moment, and so that you can experience the joy of being fully present. Meditation is not what you think, for it is beyond thinking. You do not meditate on your problems in order to solve them, but through meditation, you see through the problems you have set up for yourself. So let us all invite meditation in our lives, friends, as much as possible, so that we see life in a different perspective, with a deeper understanding, with a great meaning. Now, whenever you're ready, friends, you may slowly place your both hands over your eyes. Slowly remove your hands. You may open your eyes. So, welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful journey towards yourself. Yes, friends, if somebody wants to share your experience, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Yes, Karimaji.
Hi, Madhuji. It was wonderful. Music was so nice.
Wow.
Lovely meditation. Can you please send the link
I will.
in the
Yes, I will do that.
And I wanted to tell you, in afternoon, wow, it was so wonderful. I can't believe you were speaking very nice Hindi.
Wow.
Can't, yeah, and you are looking so graceful. Your aura is so nice. Even my children, I just wanted to say this. My children were telling, Mom, this auntie looks so nice. We want feeling to, they were telling that wants to pull your
Mm.
cheeks. They were telling.
Oh my God.
Delhi, so, yeah. So, your aura is amazing. I think, yeah, you are looking so charming and your voice is beautiful. And, uh, so I thought I will share this in evening
Thank
with
you. Thank you so much, Karimaji. Yes, it was. It's really indeed a beautiful sessions because thanks to Neeta ji that she had created that platform. Because since yesterday, I'm experiencing the same thing that the moment I step into that field that she has created, the group that she has created, it is really amazing. It's not because of me; it is because of the group energies that is initially we start with the 40 minutes meditation, and it is so powerful to meditate with such group. I'm really loving it. So
yeah,
thanks to
Master.
the group and
Thanks to group and thanks to great master to you as well.
thank you so much, Karimaji.
Yeah, the story was very nice. The jungle and nature. And
Mm,
after listening that, I went for a walk.
wow.
We have got big Sutton Park here,
Mm-hmm,
quite close from our house, and
mm-hmm.
it's like a forest. So, since long time I haven't been. I always loved to go over there, but today I thought no, we should go, and I just asked my children, let's go for a walk, and
Very
I
good.
was just repeating the things which you were telling in that. It
Great,
was
great,
lovely. Thank you
great,
so much.
Karimaji. Thank you so much for sharing, Karimaji.
Thank
Mm.
you.
Yes, friends, anybody wants to share before we go into the next part? Yes, Amita.
Good evening, Madhu.
Very good evening, Amita.
Lovely, lovely meditation, and my feet were completely rooted to the floor.
Wow,
It was like amazing. Lovely music, like what Karima was saying. And your afternoon session, your paintings and all, oh my God, they were mind blowing.
wow, wonderful.
Really, really enjoyed the session, and especially your experience in Kunur, with the
Mm.
birds and all that. I mean, I was just
Yeah,
imagining.
it is.
Yeah.
I still remember the humming of that bird. I
Mm,
still do it when I go to the forest here. That humming
okay.
through whistle.
Wow.
It is really amazing. Maybe one day I'll record it and I'll send it in the group. That it's like a home calling. Your home is
Yeah.
calling you. That kind of a
Wow.
whistle it is.
Wow.
That kind of a
Wow.
sound it is. I'll record it and I'll send it in the group so that we can
Great.
all connect to that sound.
Yeah. But you say, but more than anything, I said, wherever you go, I think you create that energy in that group. So, so the connectivity is very, very strong. And thanks for the wonderful meditation. Really nice. Really, it's very, very deep. Thank
Mhm.
you so much.
Thank you so much, Amita. Wonderful. Yes, friends, anybody else? Okay, without any delay, my favorite part, I would like to read a story. So I want you all to close your eyes because I have read this story many a times, but today I thought, okay, I was just checking on it, which story to read, and this caught my eye. So let us go into the story part. I want you all to close your eyes and visualize whatever I'm saying. So visualization is very important, friends. So here, not in meditation, but here, it is very important so that we can connect to the story very much deeper. So the story is about the temple renovation. So once upon a time in ancient China, there was an emperor who wished to renovate an ancient temple in the capital city. He issued an imperial decree, and many groups came forward. all hoping to have the honor of working on this project. The emperor's ministers evaluated the groups and eliminated all but two from consideration. Then they reported to him, Your Majesty, we cannot decide which of the two remaining groups to choose. Each feels it should be the one to renovate that old temple, and each seems to have good reasons. And the king says, Bring them before me, the emperor commanded. I shall render the final decision. The first was a group of monks. They said, Your Majesty, no one cares about the temple like we do. Should you decide to grant us this honor, you can be certain that we will do everything possible to restore the temple to its former glory. Now, the second was a group of royal artisans. They said, Your Majesty, no one has professional expertise like we do. Renovation is what we have done for decades. No other group can do as good a job as we can. We feel it is only right and proper that we be given the honor. The emperor considered at length and then said, The ministers were right. It is indeed difficult to decide. Let me tell you how shall we proceed. South of the palace, there are two small temples that, like the old temple, have also fallen into disuse. I want you to renovate them. At the end of the third working day, I will come for an inspection. My final decision will be based solely on the merits of your work. The ministers took the two groups to the small temples. They assigned one temple to each group and made sure both groups had all the supplies they needed. After 3 days, the emperor came to judge the two groups, accompanied by the ministers. He walked to the artisan's temple and saw that it was beautiful. All the walls and the roof had become completely repainted. This was done with a skillful selection of bright colors, which seemed to glow and command attention. Inside, all the furniture had been rebuilt. Everything looked brand new. The emperor praised the artisans. This is much more than I expected. Now I see what you mean by being the best at what you do. You have made this temple spectacular. The artisans were ecstatic to hear this. They bowed to the emperor to thank him, and they looked at one another and smiled. With such a lavish prize coming from the emperor, their victory was all but guaranteed. Then the emperor and the ministers walked to the other temple. Still feeling impressed by the artisans, they all thought it would be impossible for the monks to match such a high level of professional skill. Now, when the monks' temple came into view, they were not prepared for what they saw. The monks did not repaint their temple at all. Instead, they cleaned everything with meticulous attention to detail. The walls showed the colors that had faded over the years, displaying an unexpected beauty beyond description, free of the dust and dirt that obscured it before. The temple stood revealed in its original style and ancient character. They walked inside and saw that all the furniture had been carefully polished to a mirror finish. The doors and windows were open, so the colors of the sunset illuminated everything as if they were a part of the temple. They could see that outside there were trees swaying in the wind and clouds floating in the sky. Everything seemed to belong together, like a painting coming to life. Rather than to demand their attention, this temple seemed to be perfectly at peace, accepting everything in a state of serenity. The emperor was deeply moved. He turned to the ministers and saw that everyone felt the same way. There was no need to say anything. It was obvious that the emperor had made his final decision. So, coming to the meaning, friends, the two groups in the story represents two different approaches in life. The artisans focused on external appearance, and the monks emphasized internal essence. When we observe people, we can see the two corresponding mindsets. Some worry about cutting a dashing figure and projecting the right image, while others are more concerned about cultivating the spirit and letting the inner light shine through. As the story shows, these two mindsets have different goals. The artisans were primarily interested in showcasing their expertise. The temple they worked on became a way for them to demonstrate how good they were in their profession. In that sense, the renovation was all about them. The monks were different in that they had nothing to prove and no need to display their skills. Their goal was to showcase the temple rather than themselves. By the end of the story, the emperor realized that this was much more in keeping with the primary purpose of the project. In life, the external approach is similar to the artisans in egocentric tendency. When people go out of their way to look good and present a perfect facade, they are not so different from the artisans because their desire is to win recognition and approval from others. The internal approach is free of this desire. They are like the monks, letting the true character of the temple speak for itself. They listen to the guidance of an inner voice and do not need the good opinions of others for validation. Now, the monks did not use paint because their method was cleaning up instead of covering up. It was the opposite of the artisan's method. Instead of adding to the temple by applying paint, they took away from it by getting rid of the dust and dirt. Theirs was a process of decrease instead of increase, loss instead of gain. This comparison gives us insights into the potential problems of external approach. The paint in the story symbolizes the tremendous resources that human beings go through in maintaining appearances and hiding problems. It is not the best way to live for the simple reason that concealment does nothing to address underlying issues. Sometimes it can even make things work worse. For instance, we can take a wooden plank that has rotted inside and paint it. The paint job makes it look good, but if we put any weight on it, it will break. The paint introduces an additional, dangerous possibility that someone will use the plank without being aware of its weakness. This may result in a structure that appears solid but can collapse at any time. The comparison also makes it clear that the internal approach, represented by the monk's method, is a cleansing and revealing process. It is not about cleanliness in the physical sense. However, it is a cultivation practice to discard excess and simplify complexity so we can return to our true nature. The practice is essential to spiritual health. The inner self becomes increasingly affected by the material world in the course of life, just like the temple becoming dirty in the passage of time. The more attachments we accumulate, the more we need this inner cleansing. If we have mental baggage, we need to unlearn. If we have emotional dependencies, we need to let them go. If we have possessions that clutter our lives, we need to give them away. Aside from the different goals and methods, the two mindsets also produce different results. Like the artisans painting the temple with bright colors, the external approach goes to great lengths to demand attention and capture the spotlight. It is all about being loud in terms of noise level as well as flashy colors. This is why the artisan's temple stood out and dominated its surroundings. Now, the internal approach produces results that are understated and elegant, like the monk's temple, silently accepting everything around it. It embodies peace and composure. Instead of being loud and noisy, they express themselves with quiet clarity. Instead of chasing after spotlights, they are content to excel invisibly. Thus, the monk's temple stood in harmony and integrated beautifully into its surroundings. This symbolizes the effortless perfection that manifest naturally when one flows with the life. By now, it should be easy to see that the temples in the story are not really physical temples at all. They are symbols representing our original nature, our true selves. The renovation in the story isn't really about physical work either. To renovate is to renew. Therefore, the hidden meaning of temple renovation is literally the renewal of the spirit. When we bring all these elements together, the story's message becomes clear. Have we been applying too much paint in our lives, attempting to cover up smears and smudges? If so, then maybe it's time to change the approach. Rather than to conceal, we need to reveal, like the monks restoring the temple to its ancient character through meticulous cleaning. We too can return to our original nature through spiritual renewal, free from the obstruction of attachments. The soul can emerge like a renovated temple to embrace the ultimate beauty of life. So this is about the temple renovation, friends. It's one of the favorite stories as well for me. And yes, friends, if there is anybody wants to share anything and ask anything, you can unmute yourself and ask. So is it a right at the end? The questions asked is really beautiful, isn't it? Are we painting too much, or how are we working with ourselves? Are we working ourselves externally, or are we working with ourselves internally? So it is very important to reflect upon these things, friends. So we have to keep on renewing ourselves, not by how we look outside, but how we are working inside ourselves. Each day when we practice meditation, we hear people speaking about their experiences, or we read books. We are renewing ourselves. We are working on ourselves. May we see it or may we not see it, but it is happening. The change is happening within us. So this is what I would like to share, friends. So thank you so much. Yes, Mantri, please go ahead.
Good evening, Madhuram. Good evening, everyone.
Good
The
evening.
meditation was so good, so beautiful, actually. It's really calming and soothing, and with a lot of hectic work in the mornings,
Mm,
and it is the complete evening. Like it gives on me immense energy again back to work. Not like really
wow.
saturated with mind and so much of issues we had and everything. It's really thank you so much for the wonderful session.
Thank you.
And
Thank
also
you so much,
the
Mantri.
book reading. Really, I simply love your book reading. I should get an autograph from you actually. That my book reader or my master and so on. Maybe I'll collect all the autographies. And you asked us to close the eyes and see, and I'm already in the China. Already in China in that
Oh,
temple along with that
see?
those monks saying that okay, even I'm also not on this fancy painting stuffs, but
Mm,
also me also into the original things and back
mm,
to the roots kind. And
yes.
I don't know. Some people they say that you are still working in the IT field, Madhvi. You are still 100 years back ahead. They keep calling me because
Mm,
I have so much oil in my hair, and I go to the office in that way also.
mm,
That's simply
mm,
like yeah, but it's so beautiful actually when you said that let's close your eyes and just to see how they are, and I could really feel that already that
mm,
among those monks who was really trying to clean up the temple instead of painting it and putting a new look for the temple, and it
yeah,
is regaining the original form how it is.
true.
It's really beautiful it is like
Yes.
the moment that divinity comes, when they clean up everything,
Yeah.
and the monks are not also like saying arrogantly or anything like we are professionals or we are something, but they know the essence, the deep essence of the nature of the
Yeah.
thing. Really,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Really, thank you so
Thank,
much. It's a very
thank
very
you.
wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you so
Keep
much,
reading.
Mantri. Yeah, I will.
Keep
I love
reading.
I love reading. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much.
So yes, friends, it is very important, like I'll tell you my example about regarding this story. So before coming into meditation, I was always thinking that I was always, wanted a big house and a very handsome husband, and like all the dreams of that young girl. I was having that. It's just I think that I was just because my cousins were having all those things. Maybe I fell into that trap of like I want to just fit into that box, that I should not be left all alone, something like that I was thinking. And when I got married to Ram, and his family is very simple and very down to earth, and Ram is such a supportive husband. And when we shifted to Egypt right after we got married, 15 days after we got married, what happened is like there, after few months we met few friends. They were all very sophisticated. I'm not judging, I'm not labeling them, but I'm sharing about my story. Maybe it is how they like to be. They like to be, they want to, they treat themselves well. But for me, coming from a simple town, what I did is like I wanted to fit into the box. That's why I was just like imitating them, like wearing small short clothes, and wearing nice bags, thinking that I will. But I know when I go there to the parties, I feel that that's not me. I'm smiling, but I know deep inside that this is not me, because I was creating a facade. Like I'm with them. I also belong here, kind of a thing. But I know, but I was not happy there. When I started practicing meditation, it gave me strength. That what am I doing? Like why should I go there when I'm not, when I feel it is not bringing any good to me? Like if there is anything that is good, if I really like to wear such clothes or wear bags, yes, that's very fine. And also taking care of myself internally, that is very well. But just to impress others, because in others' eyes I have to look good, that's why I'm doing all those things. That was not right. I was creating all these things, like the artisans, like preparing myself in a look, making myself look beautiful. But when I started practicing meditation, my internal beauty had come out. That was reflecting upon I where I right now. Right from my younger days, I was always simple. I was always simple, but coming into the this friends and meeting them, and like I thought maybe that is how it has to be. I was like following the head, the group. But if I go out of the group, maybe people think that okay, they will leave me. So I was thinking like that. But when I started working with myself, everything changed. My friends in Egypt, now they look at me like a very different person. They used to see me as a childish, not childlike. Childish and childlike are very different. Childish because I was newly married by then, and I was just doing all these things. So but now when they see me, like how beautifully I started working on myself, and they really appreciate me. That is the real beauty. Because I was expecting others to appreciate me before, but now I started working on myself. I tell to myself that you are beautiful inside. Work on yourself. Each time any opportunity comes to you, any situation comes in front of you, you have to work on it. So you should not create a facade that everything is that everything is beautiful. Like many people do that. Outside they pretend to be very nice, but deep down there are so many things harboring inside. So what is inside is what is outside. So when you have this internal beauty, your outer is like that as well. So your clothes doesn't matter, how you wear and what you carry doesn't matter. So I could really see how my smile has changed when I started practicing meditation. I was very conscious of how I smile before. And now I really smile with my heart. And there's so many changes happen, and I could relate a lot to this story. So I just wanted to share this, friends. Yeah, so great. Anybody else wants to share, friends? All right then. So we will all see each other again in the morning. And friends, if somebody wants to join the Egypt session in the night, which is happening in about 2 hours 15 minutes from now, so I think everybody has the link, so you can join through that session. Otherwise, we will all see each other in the morning for the We Heal Ourselves sessions. Yeah. Till then, have a lovely night, friends.
Hello, Madhuji.
Yes, Karimaji.
You are doing nowadays a book reading session as well. I was
Yes.
working, so I couldn't join. So it's going to happen tomorrow, on weekend as well, or on
Yes,
weekday?
yes. Every day it is going to happen. There should not, you should not discontinue such books.
Oh, wow.
Every day it is happening. It
Okay.
is UK time. It is at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Karimaji.
Bye bye. Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madhuji.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Mugdaji.
much.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much, Mugdaji.
yes, thank you very much. I don't have words to express myself. Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Madhu. It's not easy to share such things, and you've done it's very brave of you to, come out and share such.
I mean, see that the thing is,
Yeah,
here is what is you become more transparent, Amita.
transparent. Yes,
You become
yes,
more transparent. What is a fear? why
yes.
why my ego should come in between, like why people don't share their past experience, because they still think that, like if I share, people might think, they might judge me. I don't mind if people judge me also, how I was in the past, but now I'm a different person. So if they want to see my real self, my true self, they look at me now.
Yes.
So everybody has a journey, and we should not hide anything. You should share, keep on sharing what all you did, keep on sharing, so that it might inspire somebody else. See, Madhu had been like that, and now my parents, my relatives, now they are really, they really, see, look at me in a different way. How I
Yeah.
was few years back, and how I'm now. Because when I go to my relatives place also, they don't speak unnecessarily with me. Before,
Hmm.
they speak all things, but now when I go there, they speak only when it is required. Because if they speak something else, I just move from that place, and I don't bother.
Yeah.
Because that kind of a strength meditation had brought to me, I cannot express in words. And I have dropped all the fear,
Yeah.
I just
Like
straight
you're
away.
talking, like you're talking about this confirming attitude. No? So
Sorry.
like when you're talking about this confirming attitude,
Mm-hmm.
confirmation to,
Yes.
uh so what happened was like when we talked about when we were in Pune, and I used to go to her college.
Mm-hmm.
So then while I was waiting in the canteen, I used to see all these young kids,
Mm-hmm.
even the girls,
Mm-hmm.
smoking.
Yeah.
But I would observe them, and I would say, you could make out that they didn't enjoy it, but they wanted to do it because it was peer pressure.
Yes.
You know, so I was feeling so bad for them. I said, just stand back and look at yourself. What I mean, why are you doing this to yourself?
It's everybody's journey is
Journey.
different, Amita.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing is, mm,
No, but young kids, just in the,
that's why we have to bring this awareness. That's why this spiritual sciences academies are there. Now
mm,
they have, as you know, that Pyramid Spiritual Sciences Academy has been having a textbooks wherein they educate children with the spiritual studies, so that
yes,
when it goes to the schools, they know
yeah,
how to treat themselves. They know how to take care of themselves. So which is very important,
It
like
helps them not only themselves, it helps them in formulating the future generations also.
mm-mm, correct.
You know, so it carries forward.
Yes, yes, yes.
So it
So we
helps
have
that.
to bring awareness. So if you have felt bad, so you have to do something. Like Patiji always says, if you don't feel, if you don't feel that something is not right, maybe that is where you have to work, he says. So if you felt something is not right there, so you bring the awareness, start taking sessions for the youth.
I know, but we are in such a place, it is so remote.
I mean,
But yes,
we all
yeah,
have Zoom, so why not spread a word? Do
yeah,
something there.
yes,
Because if it is really concerning, we have to really work towards it.
I know, I know, I know.
And
And it is
because we
so,
should not stop the moment we
yeah,
have the thought. Immediately you had a thought that, okay, what is happening to that generation?
yes,
Let me do something. We have to act
yeah,
towards it.
yeah.
Have
I
no
know.
doubts.
Let us speak to the concerned authorities before I take up anything. That's you are bounded by rules and regulations. So you're saying
Mm,
they let to go through the proper channels to do anything. So yeah, I think I will do that now.
mm.
But anyway, thanks for the suggestion.
Madhuji, Madhuji, this is Meeta. I just have
Yes,
to
Mita.
I want to ask something, want to share something.
Ji, Mita
Uh,
ji.
I have a weakness
Mm,
from the childhood. I like beauty.
mm-hmm,
Everything beautiful. I mean,
mm-hmm,
it's not need not to be
mm,
expensive, but
mm.
the matching of the color and
Yes,
whatever.
yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, I'm Libra, so it like that. So anyway, my son
Mm,
recently gained weight because he was living alone, COVID-19, gained weight,
mm,
and it just broke my heart. And he's coming in the summertime. He's coming. He called me in the morning that
mm,
he's driving and he's coming, and I saw his picture, and it just broke my heart. Like he is a very very good person, my son.
mm, mm,
I am like a child
mm,
compared to the wisdom and what the
mm.
maturity. My son is like, I don't know what I am
Yes.
saying. I'm just a child.
Mm,
So, but then he doesn't care about the outer beauty. Like he gained weight, and he doesn't care about the clothes, and he eats simple food. And but in America, people always value about outer stuff. When
mm-hmm,
you go and get the job, he's a college student. If you want to have a partner, I
mm.
just don't force him. It
Mm.
is his choice. But then I cannot accept that. The
Why?
beauty. And I was
Okay.
very depressed within half an hour, like before this. And then this is called synchronicity.
Mm.
And then when you were talking about this story, and I thought, maybe I have to accept who he is.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, if he is happy to be
That's
gaining
it.
weight, simple, not doing his hair, not using mousse or gel, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am different than
Yes.
him. We
Yes.
are brother and soul. Even he is my son,
Mm.
and
Mm.
so he actually come here. I said, "Mom, are you going to be depressed if you see me like that?" And I said, "I don't know. I have to think."
Oh,
And then
okay.
look at the synchronicity, Madhuji.
Mm. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And now I
So
am clear that I have to accept who he
yeah.
is. If he's happy with, gaining weight and not doing his hair and wearing simple clothes, then fine,
Yes. Yes. Yes,
right?
Mitaji. All you have to do is accept him as he is.
Right.
And no matter if he's in America, India, or Germany, or anywhere, it is the
Yeah.
society. It is like that. But
Yeah,
if
in
he's
India,
content with himself,
in India, when I was growing up, everybody doesn't care about outer look. Whatever you close, they will see who you are, and they will respect you, and what that you are
mm,
also from. But in this Western world, I live in America, it's totally different.
mm,
And I changed myself totally. Like even I am not. I mean, so my son is not like me. He's opposite. you know.
Yes, that's good. If he likes that way, let him be like that,
Yeah,
Mitaji. Do
yeah.
not interfere. Do not interfere in his life, and do not
Mm,
judge him by the way he looks. He's
mm.
happy. If he's happy with his,
But he's
like
not happy because I always want him to lose weight and wear this, color coordinated
right.
clothes and do
Yes.
some,
You know, the thing
moves
is,
and
Mitaji, the thing is, when you stop expecting your son to be the way you like him to be, then
Mhm.
everything will change.
Yes, I will
You
do
know,
that. I have
because
a eye opening.
yeah, because
Sitting.
the moment you drop, you go to him and you sit with him and you say to him, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, do it with him, that I accept you as you are. I accept you, son, as you are.
Yes.
Whatever you are, you have a beautiful heart.
Yeah,
That is
he
that is
has. Oh
that
my
is
God.
what I care for.
I
And
can't tell you.
I don't care how you look outside. But for me, your heart matters a lot. And your
Yeah.
heart is such a pure. So I
Yeah.
value that. I respect you for that.
I mean, I
Tell
think I'm
him.
the luckiest mother. Without any, I didn't do anything. He born like that.
Mm. So
So,
the thing is, we have to express, Mitaji. We have to express. We have
mm,
to just not only, be in our world and, like accept him, but we have to sometimes words matter a lot. You go to
yes.
him and you share to him, because when he came and he asked you, Mommy, are you depressed by the way I am looking?
I told
Then,
him that I
then you
am
said you
depressed in the morning.
see, so it hurts him a lot.
I
Knowingly or
know.
unknowingly, it hurts him a lot. So now you
Yes.
just go to him and you share this story to him, what we have shared today. And
Yes.
you say to him that I accept you as you are, son. Tell
Yes.
him these words. It matters a lot. And you share your experience tomorrow, Mitaji. I want to
Oh,
really listen to that experience
yes,
after
I
you
will.
sharing to him.
Yes, I will. I will call him. I will text him. Yes, I will. And I am so surprised that synchronicity. My heart is so heavy, and I thought I cannot do meditation today. But
Mm.
then listen to that story. It's just my mind just like
That's good.
burst. Yeah.
That's good. Like have no guilt.
No.
We all go into that sometimes,
Mhm.
but now you have you know the way out. Now you go and you call your son and you share him this.
Yes, I
I'm sure
will.
I'm sure
And I'm
he
happy. And I think he will be happy too.
yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much for
Thank you
this.
so much, Mitaji.
For the story and everything.
Thank you so much, Mitaji.
Mhm.
Great. So, all right, friends, then we call it for the day and we will all see each other soon. Till then, have a lovely day and a lovely night, friends. Namaste, all.
Thank you, Madhu. Thank you so
Namaste.
much.
Namaste. Thank
Namaste.
you. Good night.